Hey everybody, it is kind of a gloomy day outside. We're definitely experiencing some of those April showers, but today is the day that I am going to swap over my Project 33 capsule wardrobe from winter to spring. So whenever I transitioned from fall to winter, I was able to sort of just pull a few pieces out and maybe add a piece or two, but things for the most part were very much the same. But if you've watched my video from when I first did this in the summer, I actually took everything out of my closet and then put everything back in. So that's actually what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to take all of the winter things out, and then I'm going to start by putting back only the things that I really love, the things that really say spring to me, the things that are really those kind of staple pieces, and we'll kind of talk through that as we do the process. I have about an hour and I have a lot to do, so let's go ahead and get started. So in the fall and winter, I was looking for a blazer and I thrifted this Liz Claiborne one. So this is an example of a staple piece, and if I am, building my fall capsule for next year, this is going to be one of the first things to go in there, unless I'm over it by then, and I don't think I will be. So this is just a perfect example of, as I go through building my spring capsule wardrobe, I'm going to start with pieces like this first that are really those core. I want this to be the feature piece. If you've ever seen The Daily Connoisseur, Jennifer L. Scott, she does a 10-item capsule wardrobe, and you can do little extras, but the 10 things are really like those staple feature pieces that you really love. So that's kind of how I'm starting, and then I'm just building in to fill up to that 33-ish mark. Doing this process always makes me realize that even though I have minimized my wardrobe, I still have so many pieces. So I would go through and I had ones that were definitely a winter top, and then I had some like this that I would hold up and try to evaluate, was this going to transition or be put away? This dress is another one of those fall staples, really with the pattern and colors. I wouldn't want to wear it in the other seasons just because it fits so well into fall. So again, this will definitely go in the staples for autumn next year. There is something so different about having the closet be completely cleaned out. Of course, it would be easier to just pick and choose and leave the things hanging there that are going to stay, but there's something so transformative about seeing the closet empty and treating it as a blank canvas. I think it can really help to kind of spur ideas of what clothing to keep, and it can even help to pair outfits, and it can also help to kind of see your space in a new way. All right, so here is an interesting twist that I'd forgotten about. In a back corner of my closet, I had this entire stack of clothing that was kind of my hang on to pile, but it wasn't in my summer and spring like last year. So we will have some decisions to make here that I didn't realize we had. All right, so all the clothes are out. The closet is empty as far as hanging clothes. And I have just piles and boxes back here. If you've never done this before, I want to just tell you one thing that I've noticed. It is kind of annoying to have to try on a large amount of clothes back to back. But what I have noticed that it does is, instead of trying on a few here and there, you are kind of tired of trying on clothes, to be honest. You want to be to the end of this process and you're trying to get through it quickly. So that quickness helps you to make decisions. Also, doing it back to back helps you to really notice when something feels like a 10 versus when it just feels like a 5. And I think that there's real value in that. You don't really get so far removed from the 10 that you tried on yesterday, and now you try on one and it's like, well, I'm kind of on the fence about it. You really do feel more decisive because you're trying them on back to back. So I'm gonna go ahead and try on quite a few things and start filling this up. All right, the sun has finally come out. It's so nice. I don't know how long it will stay out. So this is actually gonna have to be part 1 of 2. I thought that I would be able to do this all in an hour, but I was not prepared for how large the maybe pile would be. Let me show you. I've not counted how many pieces are in this pile, but it's quite a few. And some of these are maybe as in, do I want them in spring or do I want to save them for summer? And some are, do I want to save them at all? There's actually a couple more maybes on the bed. So anyway, it's a large pile. But I have done this for almost a year now, and so I know that in order for something to hang in the closet and be a definite, it really needs to wow me, and it really needs to deserve a spot. So definitely from that maybe pile, I'll start to kind of pull and, you know, spend some time with them and then gradually decide what's going to make it in here. And then not quite as big as the maybe pile. I do have a donate pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items in it. I think I have one dress and a few tops, one cardigan, a pair of shorts, and a pair of pants. So it does make me happy to be sending those on. Before I go, let me take a second and show you a few of the things so far that have made it. So one of them, I haven't got it hung up because I'm wearing it, but it's this blue and white shirt. I've been looking for one for a while. My mother-in-law gave me this one, and it very much feels spring and classic to me. Also, I made the decision not to include jewelry in my 33 pieces because my jewelry is pretty limited and pretty minimal anyway. But I came back across these pearl earrings, and I have just really been enjoying them as an everyday earring. I feel like they look classic. They're not very big. I've really been liking them. So definitely this shirt will make it in. This blazer was sent to me from a friend, and it's so beautiful. It is actually handmade from Italy. It is linen, and it is so pretty and so nice. So this is going in. So far I have 3 dresses. This is one that I'd had in my spring, summer, fall, winter. I put sweaters over it, so I'm just continuing with that. It is an Ann Taylor dress. And then this is one of the ones I got from ThredUp, the blue gingham. And then this is one from a year or 2 ago. It's a floral, it's got a collar, and it's got a tie waist. I'm currently wearing a light wash pair of jeans, and then I have these other 2. I will not keep them all 3 in the capsule, but I'm just gonna have to try them on with some spring tops and decide which ones are gonna stay. I have this lovely white pair of boyfriend fit jeans from Old Navy. So far I have 2 definite blouses. The first one is this one. It's actually from Walmart. It's the No Boundaries brand, but I just really love the floral and the buttons, the smocking. And then this was a thrifted one, and these were both in my spring summer last year. The last 2 definites are 2 cardigans. They are very similar in color, almost identical, but they are different. So this is the one that I thrifted last month, and it is buttoned down, and I can wear it on its own or open as a cardigan. And then this one is very long and drapey with pockets. I will go ahead and tell you, as far as shoes, I know that these 2 will be definites. So this is a pair of Steve Madden kind of rattan mules. And then these are the sandals that I mentioned in my ThredUp video. These are the Sun Sand sandals, and these 2 will definitely be apart. All right, so if I include all of the pairs of jeans, which I won't, and including the top and pants that I'm wearing, that gets me to 15. All right, so we're almost to the halfway mark. So we've got 15 things hanging in there now. All right, so I just counted so I could update you. There are 24 items in the maybe pile, and that ranges from dresses to 1 pair of pants to tank tops and short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, and then there are a couple of top layers, whether it's jackets or jean jacket, different things like that. So 24 items, but I only have 18 spots. Now, it's important to note, and I've said this before, the 33 is just a guiding principle. So it's just a place to start. If I really wanted to, I could put all of these in the capsule, but I really want to make sure that I love them. Also, I'm going to say that I only have 17 slots because I know that I at least want to add 1 more pair of shoes, if not a couple pairs of shoes. So anyway, that just kind of gives you an idea of where we are. The other thing I wanted to say is if you are going through this process or just going through a similar process, trying on your clothes for the next season, group them by category. I started with tops, and so I put on a pair of pants that I felt comfortable in and that fit me well, that hit me at a good spot, and so I could just run through the tops really quick. And then after that, I moved on to bottoms. I actually decided just to save the shorts for another day, so that's a whole separate category. I will probably pull out a pair or 2 for spring and then save most for summer. And then from there, I moved on to dresses and went through all of them at one time. This really does streamline it and kind of make it easier, so I wanted to make sure I shared that tip with you. So you guys will have to come back whenever I finish, and I will show you the spring wardrobe once it is all together. If you are new here and you've never learned about Project 333, I have started doing this wardrobe system. It's a capsule wardrobe. It was started by Courtney Carver, and she has a website called Be More with Less. She has an incredible philosophy, and I heard her podcast on Dawn from the Minimal Mom, her podcast, and it's just a really neat way to look at your closet and to get dressed very low stress. So it certainly may not be for everybody, but I will link my playlist at the end of this video if you want to go and check out and see my initial experience trying it for the first time and then building my fall and winter wardrobes and now spring. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be talking to you soon.